everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lydia and I am currently incredibly bored in the UK lockdown, so I have decided to make some YouTube videos because I spend most of my time on YouTube anyway, so I figured, hey, let's make some content. One of the videos that I immediately wanted to do, because I've been enjoying watching them so much and learning kind of tips and tricks on using the Dyson Airwrap. That is something that I've had for about a month now, and I definitely didn't quite know how to use it the right way first time. I have really kind of thin, super straight hair and the curls would fall out immediately when I first started using it, but after about a month I've kind of really learned what is the best way to style my hair with it. So if you're kind of on the fence whether or not you want to buy it, if you have similar hair that I do and you kind of have difficulty holding the curl with it and want to learn some tricks, definitely keep watching and I hope you enjoy the video. So I have basically let my hair air dry for about 20-30 minutes, so it's still very wet, and you can kind of choose to either let your hair air dry or you can use the blow dry attachment to kind of speed up the process, which I'm going to be doing that just for a little bit because I like to have my hair kind of fairly dry before I use the curling ones. Now before I get into it, I want to talk about the products that I use, because I have basically the kind of hair that isn't really recommended for the Airwrap. I have very straight, very thin hair, and when I first used the Airwrap my curls fell, basically my one side fell before I could finish the other one. So my hair doesn't hold curl very well. So I definitely need some products. When I get out of the shower I have been using this Aveda damage remedy. It's basically for instant visible repair from damage, especially for the ends, and it also has heat protectant in it, so I put that on. Just not too much, a little goes a long way, so I just kind of put that through my ends and focus it on the ends and then kind of bring it up and make sure that it's just evenly distributed. Then this is something that I know isn't great for my hair, but honestly I haven't found any other way to properly keep kind of the form of the hair and the styling and really keep the curl in. So this is what I'm using. So I'm just using a L'Oreal Elvive hair mousse. It is their Firm Control, and I mean it's just very basic mousse, and you just kind of shake it up. I don't do too much, because actually what I've found with this mousse is that if you put too much in your hair gets incredibly crusty and the curls will again fall out. So I put about this much, so not too much. Oh crap, I just dropped it. And I kind of put it all over. I put it first in my roots to make sure that the volume is going to be there, and then I kind of just get it all in there. And then once I do that, I go in and I brush my hair again. You can either use a wide tooth comb or I use a tangle teaser, and I just kind of smooth out my hair again. One thing that I will say is that you want to make sure that your hair is really smooth when you go in with the Dyson Airwrap, because sometimes if your hair isn't totally smooth it can kind of create these like little zigzags in your hair, so you want to make sure you smooth it out. So I'm first going to blow dry just a little bit more, just to get the hair a little bit more kind of more damp, not as wet, and then we're going to curl. So I don't really blow dry my hair with a brush or anything, I just kind of go for it, and I have it on the hottest setting and also on the biggest fan setting, and yeah, we're just gonna go for it. And that is basically all I'm gonna do. What I did forget to say is when I do blow dry it, I like to kind of focus the blow drying on my roots, because that is something that I feel like is harder to properly dry with the curling attachment. So I just make sure that my roots are fairly dry, and then I move on to the curling, which is what we're gonna do. And again, after you blow dry, you want to smooth it. And then I'm just going to part it down the back. This doesn't have to be exact, but obviously you have the two sides that you have to do separately, so you want to kind of have it like this. And then what I'm going to do is kind of take the top half and I'm just going to kind of get it out of the way, and I'm just going to clip it. So again, I have it in the hottest setting and the biggest fan. You can kind of do whatever you feel like is the best for you. And so before I turn it on, I kind of section off the bit that I'm doing. I usually start from the back, but just because I'm showing you guys what I do, I'll just start with the front here because that's a bit easier to see. So I kind of want to, I hold it up kind of midway like this. I like to take a clip and kind of bring up the curl like so, so that it has time to set, and then I'm gonna go and do the rest of the section. And then once you've got one side done, you're obviously gonna then switch the barrel, and it's just super easy. You just click it off like that and switch to the other side. So then once you have the whole kind of bottom layer done, you can obviously just unclip the top, and then you're going to want to once again brush it out and make sure that it's nice and smooth. Then we're gonna again work on this side first, and I like to work from the back to front because it's just easier. It is confusion. Now after dark, I don't know if it's an illusion. And now as you Now at the front, I like to separate my fringe out because I don't like to curl the fringe, so I'm just going to do kind of this front section without the fringe. So then again, we're going to move on to the other side, and you're just going to clip it off. And get the other side. And I know it looks crazy, but it's going to fall a lot. Then to do my fringe, I'm actually going to use the round brush, which is perfect when you've got kind of, I've got kind of not like proper fringe, but just these front bits that you don't really want curled. So I just take the round brush. super easy and it just gives you that kind of shoop. Then we're going to take all of the clips out and you're going to have some very intense curls. Now before you brush them out or anything, don't brush them out. I personally find that as soon as I try to brush them out, it's not good. So what I find that it works is using some dry shampoo, and which kind of seems, I'm sure it seems weird because you've just washed your hair, but I like to use it as like a styling product. So we're just going to kind of spray it around, because I think when you have thin, really kind of slippery hair, it gives it kind of more grit to hold on to the curls. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just using the Batiste, it's the Flora and Flirty blush, so just the regular Batiste one. Not too much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of hairspray. I'm just using, I think this is from Lidl, super cheap, but you can use any hairspray. And I'm going to put the tiniest bit. Because honestly, sometimes I feel like you put a lot of hairspray in and it just weighs the hair down. Then, last but not least, we're obviously going to want to brush it out a little bit because right now it looks super crazy. So I'm going to take a wide tooth comb and I'm going to start from the bottom and kind of work my way up to go through the curls. Be super gentle. Honestly, with my hair, the wrong move and your curls are gone. And once you've brushed it out, you can just kind of work with it. Make sure that your fringe or bangs are doing what you want them to do. Play with it. And yeah, there you have it. So this is just how they look first day. Now I'm not gonna lie, mine don't last for very long. Mine lasts for maybe 2 days at the tops, but the really nice thing about the Airwrap is that once my curls do fall, they do, even though my hair goes kind of straight, I do get that kind of like blow dried look, so it still looks super polished and styled even when it goes straight, and I don't have to do it again. Like I don't have to do anything with a straightener or anything to the hair, so I can style it just once in between washes and it stays kind of nice and polished. So yeah, I do highly recommend the Airwrap. I think it's so good. I do feel a huge difference in my hair and the health of it when I use it, as opposed to different kind of tools that I've used in the past. So if you do have kind of fine, thin, straight hair like mine and you have been a little bit afraid of the Dyson Airwrap, don't be. I think once you find what works best for your hair, like I have done with mine, it's just so good and you won't regret it, and it's so worth the price. So yeah, definitely go out and get it if you have been kind of on the fence about it. And yeah, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like this kind of video, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe or leave a comment down below. That would really help me out. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video.